You know what time it is today? Kilimanjaro podcast. Today's guest is Shivi. Now, Shivi is a photographer. She set up a whole business on there. Very creative individual. And this episode, we're gonna dive deep into what she does, how she does it. So if you're into, photography, you want to learn how to take your little pictures and that for your little Instagram.
Everyone likes little pictures.
Everyone likes the little pictures, but obviously, you'll get some knowledge from this episode,
Yeah,
and we're very good at chatting shit. So that combination, come on, that's a win-win.
It was a mesh, and obviously I get brown girls on the podcast, innit?
Yeah, that's Mazani's specialty.
That's my specialty. That's what I bring to the table. All you guys asking what I bring to the table. I bring other brown girls to the table. She was inspirational, I can't lie, because everyone finds her inspirational on Instagram, but no one understands how she manipulates the algorithm and how she spreads herself so thin in order to collect all of these people that she's met over the years.
Literally, man. It's bro.
And she's monetized it, bro.
She's got the formula, man.
So why would you not listen to it?
Why would you in it? Like, subscribe. Thank you. Peace.
Welcome, everybody. I didn't know how I was going to start this stuff. But yeah, welcome back to Kilimanjaro podcast. This is an episode I don't fucking know because we have so many episodes. What do you think?
Listen, man, I don't know, man. I lost count.
32?
32, man, I don't even know,
31?
33.
33. I'm going to act like I counted it. 33rd episode right now. But yeah, we got a special guest. We don't bring anyone on who's not special, because then they wouldn't be a special guest.
Innit? That's what I'm saying.
But yeah, if you want to introduce yourself, Shivi OXXO. I don't know if the kisses or hugs come first.
No.
But yeah, you tell me.
I'm just Shivani. Photographer in London. Basically just do everything, really. Like any type of photography, and yeah, try and keep my fitness in there as well as photography. Try to balance it out. Yeah.
I guess that's how a lot of girls on Instagram kind of do it, isn't it? They kind of have all of their things like an umbrella brand, basically.
Yeah.
So 100%. What was the first thing? Was it fitness or was it photography? Like, where did you?
Photography. Yeah.
And why?
So
where did that start?
photography?
Yeah.
It was kind of in school, like
yeah.
I was always judged by my teacher, like I can't go into photography, this and that, and then I kind of just got an unconditional offer at university, and I kind of just showed it off to her, and then I just went into university, done my degree, didn't know what I wanted to do after, and kind of just went for fashion, and then and just events and stuff like that, and weddings and stuff.
Yeah. And was it mainly just kind of saying yes to things across the line where it gave you more legs to run, basically? Or was it
100%. Like I just even took free jobs, that even if it was for family and friends, like I'd done weddings and stuff, which I only got paid £50 for 15 hours for a wedding one time, and I just kind of had to do it. Like, it didn't really teach me much, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of just self-taught myself, and just kind of went from there, really. Yeah,
because that's the kind of prices that henna artists charge, basically, isn't it?
Literally.
And photography is just a little bit different, isn't it? Because you have to do, what do you have to do on the back end of stuff?
Like, you literally
not just take the pictures, right?
You got edit
and run around London.
Editing is crazy. Like, it takes hours and hours to edit. Just like, even like for a wedding, you'll get like 3,000, 4,000 photos. So like, crunch that down and stuff. It's crazy.
Then you have to do a nice little slideshow, and then the aunties and uncles can like sit back and look at it, flip through, like, oh, you see, that's how I look when I was 10 years younger, you know what I mean? But yeah, no, that's cool. So photography was the first thing, but what kind of things were your teachers telling you before? So you said that they kind of were like, why are you doing photography? Like, is this a viable option kind of thing?
Because they told me to do a foundation degree at first, which I didn't think was necessary, just because you kind of want to go into photography. It's not really something you do a foundation degree on, if that makes sense. Like, everyone thinks like it's such an easy topic, not topic, but easy course to kind of learn, pick up on. So they were just like, oh, I don't know why you want to do that in university, why don't you do like architecture or something like that? And I was like, that's just not for me. You know, when you get pushed in school, you're just like, you need to go into, you need to do something. I just didn't know what I wanted to do. And then even like friends, mums and stuff, they were just like, oh, this is not like the typical Asian thing to do. Like, don't you want to be a doctor, a lawyer? And I was like, that's not what I want to do. Like, I'm not academic, I'm more creative. Yeah, so I'm not book smart, but I'm creative.
Yeah. So was that the thing? Were you like not that book smart, so you leaned into the whole creative thing?
Yeah. So I used to take art, film studies, and photography.
Oh, everything.
Everything creative, innit?
I don't need no numbers in front of me right now.
Literally.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I still haven't even passed my maths GCSE.
No way.
That's how bad it is. Yeah.
Right.
I'm open to say that as well.
No,
being
that's
an
it that you
Asian
said that.
and not being able to do maths.
Yo, you're gonna
Can't be
get
the
frowns,
camera.
but yeah. I guess with photography, I kind of looked down at it as well until I had a girlfriend who was a photographer.
Yeah.
So I was with her for like 2 years, and I did look down at it. I was like, okay, you picked a dumb person's subject. You know, you kind of tease your girl when you're in a relationship, right?
Yeah.
So you're like, oh yeah, no, but I do this and you do photography, innit? Like, come on, like, don't talk to me like that kind of thing. You know, put some respect on my name. But what do you say to people like that?
I'm just like, there's so much that goes into it. Loads of people nowadays know how much it takes to be in a creative field.
No, yeah,
like,
no, of course.
It takes so much, like editing, just even like speaking to clients. Like, we don't have time for it.
Yeah.
So it's like getting an assistant, all of that. Like, everything adds up.
You have an assistant as well?
I don't. But I really should get one.
You know?
I really should get one.
Oh, no. You were putting out on your story that, hi guys, I'm looking for an assistant.
Yeah.
Kind of like loosely putting it out there for the future.
Because at events, it's so boring just being by myself.
You need a vibes assistant, innit?
Literally, I was in it. Exactly.
Yeah,
and I was at an event like 2 days ago, and the videographers just weren't talking. I was like, I'm like making conversation with you, but you guys are just like into your work and that's it. And I'm just like, I need someone to talk to. It's so boring.
Yeah.
That's the thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
And we were talking about it earlier, right? Like, when you're at your desk job or when you're at a workplace, you kind of don't say anything to people because you want to appear like you have it all together, or you're more organized than you are, or you're scared that people are going to see that you're unorganized, and then you don't say stuff. And I've been in that position in the workplace, right, where I'm like, I'm not going to talk to this person even though they're like opening up conversation, because I want to wait an hour or half an hour so I can do the digging behind what you've asked me, so that I can give you the right result.
You know, I guess it's two different sides, I guess.
Yeah, but you'd expect that from people in desk jobs, isn't it? Not people who are creatively driven, who are in the field that they want to be in, and they're not saying shit.
They kind of have to mingle.
Like, come on,
you're meant to be vibing,
like, talk to Shivi. Where's the vibes, fam? You need the vibes. There's no equilibrium, is it? The equilibrium's off. You see that? You see the low. You know, it's not selling yet. Okay, it might be at this point, isn't it? Huh?
Is it merch?
No, it's not much. It's just, well, I'm trying to make it a clothing line, but for now, I don't really want to buy any branded shit because, you know, back in the days, like, we all kind of get caught with, like, 100%. Calvin Klein or, like, you know, Michael Kors watches for girls, for example. We all get caught in that stuff. Right now, it's Trap Star, you know, with no source to plug, putting everything out there. That guy is going crazy, you know. We're going to DM him as well because we DM everyone, you know what I mean? But, yeah, no. This has always been my kind of status on WhatsApp or anything, and the ethos behind this podcast. So, yeah. That's what it is. Thank you for asking about it in this episode. But yeah, let's go back to how you would respond to people who would look down at you for photography.
Yeah.
Because I have this hypothesis, right? Where it's like everyone who is pushed or everyone who is told you can't do something, they take that and they use that form of resentment as fuel.
Yeah, 100%.
Do you feel like you were like, you know what? These guys think that I do photography, I'm not as intelligent as them, or I should be doing a 9 to 5 because it's not stable. They don't have belief that I can run a business by myself independently 100%. And the finances as well.
100%. Like, so many people like just look down on you, and I've had so many people say to me, you can't do this, you can't do that. Like, how are you making such an income just by doing photography? And I'm just like, it kind of took me a while to like kind of process it and kind of think like, okay, I can actually do this for myself. So that's like last year I started doing it more because I was seeing someone, and he kind of told me, you need to do a 9 to 5 job if you want this to be like a long-term thing. And I was like, it made me think. I was just like, okay. And it was like a
but that's how most guys would that's how I would think.
Yeah.
To be fair, I'd be like, you know, you'd want to like keep yourself stable a little bit, right? But that might be because at the time that you asked me the question, I'm not willing to do that for myself.
100%.
And I think whenever we get kind of offended by whatever someone says, it's because we're not prepared to do what they did.
Yeah, no, that's so true.
You know,
that's so true.
Or they're just a dickhead. They could be. You know what I mean? But I think it's more that. So was that the worst thing someone said to you, or was there like?
Probably not the worst, but it kind of made
more
me
condescending
think, like, it kind of made me think like, oh, I need to find a job. So then he started sending me work, like as in like Indeed posts and stuff, and I was just like, all right. And then he was like, you're not trying, and I was like, we're in the middle of lockdown and I'm not trying. Like, really got to me.
He probably thinks that was sweet, you know.
I know.
Sending you little Indeed posts like, look, I picked this one out for you. I think you're great at it. Like, come on.
He was like, I'll help you prepare for the interview and stuff, and I was like, I don't need your help.
Like,
I was like, I can run my business by myself. I'm not doing it in lockdown right now because we can't go out. I was doing bits and bobs outside because like London was empty, so like fashion shoots outside and stuff. And then he was like, but you should be doing more, you should be getting like more of an income in. And then now he sees me and he's just like, wow, you've really upped your level now.
Yeah.
And he actually said, sorry if he sees this, but he actually said this was all because of him. So like everything that I've done now is because of him.
Yeah, I mean,
and
I think guys like to do that anyways, and they like to take credit
Yeah.
for what
Exactly.
their girl did in a relationship or
Yeah.
whatever. And I feel like, okay, so I've done this myself, right? Where I've been like, okay, I'm gonna feed them like nuggets of positivity, right? I'm gonna like kind of hold their hand through certain things. I'm gonna give them good advice as well.
Yeah.
You know, that will like take them to the next level of like, okay, yeah, you know, comfort zone, kind of like the shit that I do over here, right? And then in my head, my ego says to me, oh yeah, you know, it's all because of you that you did that shit.
Yeah.
All because of you that she's now excelling.
Yeah.
But then obviously you realize, you come back to reality, you take your big head out of the way and you're like, oh,
No, exactly.
okay,
Yeah.
she did that because she was already driven to do that.
Yeah.
And you were just another person who added onto her resentment.
Yeah, that's true.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. But I mean, we grow from it.
Yeah.
I mean, I am where I am because of me, I think, anyway.
Well, yeah, no, obviously, like, even if someone's thrown you a bone, that's just another person who's thrown you a bone.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it's
and
all
even,
up to you,
Yeah. 100%.
Did you have that kind of resentment, or did you feel that when you started your producing thing? So were people saying, "Oh yeah, what the fuck are you doing? Making beats, bam, bam, bam."
You know what? You know what? I don't even know. You know, no one's like, I've never had
Dusty, you doing keyboard things.
Nah, I've never had someone like proper try and shut me down and be like, "Oh, what are you doing?" I mean, maybe behind my back, innit? I don't know, but
I mean,
I don't know.
That's good. You've had support.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have like, it's not like I had like this like big support group or something. I think it's just like, oh, I want to produce now. Everyone's just like, all right, cool.
Let's see what you got. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's because you're really selective with who you put around you.
Yeah.
Like, you're a very low-key person. Like, I don't know about you, but because of your photography stuff and because you know all of these people, do you have a big circle, or is it still like really
it's very
tight?
small. Yeah, very small. I only like to tell like X amount of people what I'm doing, like what my goals are and stuff like that. I wouldn't tell everyone.
Yeah,
like,
because of evil eyes and
you have
stuff.
loads of friends, but like you only have a certain like circle that you want to keep. Yeah.
So I guess in my earlier years, I probably had a really big circle where I used to talk to everyone, bro. Like, even if they were from school, if they were from like a door-to-door job that I did before, I still used to speak to them 2 years afterwards. What am I doing?
Yeah.
Like, they're 35 years old, they have kids, like, they don't want to talk to me. Do you know what I mean?
They don't want to come out to play.
But I'm still here. I'm like, yo, you want to play basketball on the weekend? Like, come. You know? But then, as I grew up, I was like, okay, there's people who are like looking down at me to my face even, or to my other friends who are in the group.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. And yeah, that's when I learned, obviously, you have to have a smaller circle because there's only so many opinions that you can battle with.
That's true.
You know what I mean? And sometimes, if you don't care about the person enough, their opinion might take you to a point where you're like, fuck you.
Yeah, sorry.
Is that why you try and do that? Like, only tell people your goals, your dreams, stuff like that. Stuff that's vulnerable.
Yeah. And plus, like, you have to trust people. Like, trust is like a massive thing. Especially for as you grow older, you kind of make your circle smaller anyway. You cut out people. Like, anyone who's there for you will be there for you.
Yeah.
And it's so funny because, like, my mom and my dad told me that this would happen. And I'm sure you guys have been told exactly the same thing. And everyone out there has been told exactly the same thing, right? Where it's like, your friends are not really your friends until later on you'll find that out. Don't worry. Like, we'll always be here. You'll find out. And then we're like, fuck you, mom and dad. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to get some homies because I need a collective, innit? I don't want to stay at home, so I'm going to make my life my car, for example, right? Because that's what a lot of people find sanctity in when they're like dipping from home. They're like, okay, cool, I can drive around in my car. I don't have to be around this space where it's like, do this, do this, do this. Are you guys now finding that you're going back to your parents and you're like, okay, you guys were right. Like, let me give it up to you.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, in a way.
Go on, speak more on it.
Nah, I don't know, innit? Like, obviously, they've given me good advice, innit?
Yeah.
But I'm
advice.
I'm not gonna take everything they say on board. I feel like that's not me, like, because I'm being ignorant or something like that.
Yeah.
It's just
speak
like,
to them. Speak to them.
No, it's just like even like, everything in terms of what you want to do, in terms of where you're trying to head to. Your parents are trying to help you, They're trying to help you, but
it's just like that boyfriend figure, isn't it?
Yeah, they don't.
Where it's like, I'm trying to protect you.
Yeah, they don't necessarily know like you fully, like what you're trying to achieve.
What your aspirations are. Do you even have big dreams, or do you want to just have 60k for the rest of your life, kind of thing, isn't it? And I think that's what they go to, innit? They're like, I mean, we hear this a lot, but from people who came from ethnic backgrounds and they came and they moved here, or they moved to the Westernized society, they moved to US, they moved to Canada, right? They came here for opportunity, and sometimes if you're not doing what is traditionally seen as the right move, if you don't do that, then they're going to get scared for you. They're going to be like, okay, this guy's going to be tumbling down. He's not doing what his cousin or his auntie or his brother was doing, you know?
That's the thing, traditional thinking. Just like our parents just have traditional thinking, whereas us, like, we've obviously modernized.
Yeah, the system's changed, like, of just how to kind of build your, like, income, build your empire, if that makes sense. 100%. So, and they're still stuck in that old way of thinking.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
And I think, I guess I'm blessed for that, because I guess one side of my family is all about tradition, right? Yeah. So they'll be like, you know, you have to do what you have to do. You have to get your degree. If you don't get your degree, you're not part of this family, bro. Not that much. Not to that extent. My family are not that shit. But on the other side, my dad was encouraging me to do everything, right? Yeah. So before, I used to play golf. I used to play golf for 4 or 5 years, got coached at the Grove, and did some pretty good things. I did county golf. So I stopped at county golf. My brother's actually going to be the professional. Oh, wow. Hopefully. He'll come on soon. But yeah, my dad was encouraging that dream until I was like, okay, now it's enough. Yeah. You know? And normally your dad would be the one who's like, you're getting to the age of 18 now. You're going to have to like knuckle down and shit. Yeah. So yeah. Did you have any encouragement from your family to push your photography 100%. Thing?
I just went up to my parents.
How did you convince them? Yeah,
I literally just said I want to do photography. They were like, okay, cool, go into university, see what universities you want to go to. My mom was like, I'll come with you to every open day, and she's been like my backbone throughout this whole thing. Like she's like my biggest fan, I'd say. She supports me like through my whole career. Yeah, literally, shout out to my mom. She supports like my whole career, and like I'm just thankful that I didn't even have to say I want to do this. Like my sister studied politics, and that's like 2 different things, photography and politics, and they were just like, oh, she's doing this, you're doing that. Loads of family were just like, oh, why are you doing this? Why can't you do accountancy, or I don't know, be a lawyer or something? And I'm like, that's not what I want to do. Like, they don't have it in their minds. They don't have it in their minds because their thinking is so backwards. And I just gave up trying to tell people like, this is what I want to do.
That's the thing, isn't it? It's like either you give up or you take on board all of that shit, and you're like, okay, now I'm not gonna do something great. Exactly. Now I'm just gonna sit back on my desk job, 9 to 5. I'm easy. Exactly. I can get family. I can get kids. They're already gonna be fed. It's calm. You know what I mean? Until they kick you out of the job, and then you have to find another one. Yeah. But 100%. I mean, I guess because I'm the only one. Am I the only one doing a 9 to 5 in this room? That kind of thing. Yeah. So I guess because I'm the only one in this room who's doing a 9 to 5, I kind of have to be like, why am I doing it, right? If I'm saying all of this. And the reason why is because I still have career goals, and I want to give myself validity on my CV. So obviously I'm in marketing, and I want to excel to a managerial level, just because I think the people skills that you gain from it, the culture, you kind of learn how to adapt to different cultures in the workplace. You learn how organizations in general work, so that maybe you could do your own thing later on. And I'm at a company now which has a relaxed culture that I'm not used to seeing, that propels you to do anything that you want to do outside of it. So now the casual conversations in the office is not, oh, I'm scared to talk about anything that I'm doing. Like, I'm scared to talk about this podcast idea that I have, because like they might look down upon me, or they might think that I'm not as organized at work, for example. And I lost my train of thought, clearly. But yeah, I guess now we're on the topic of like people who we worked with. Have you worked with anyone popular, celebrity level?
Kaz from Love Island, and also Aaron, the recent Aaron.
From Love Island.
Yeah, worked with him as well. Well, he's like been like an old client, and he just went into Love Island. And then
That's sick.
Yeah.
Look, come up for you.
Yeah, literally.
Yes, boy. Get me some more clout. Cool.
Literally was sick.
Yeah. But yeah, how did you get that gig with Kaz?
So it's actually a videographer that I know. He kind of just said on the day when I was doing another gig, he was just like, "Oh, you can work for Kaz. Do you want to do it?" I literally had a 30-minute gap to get to that location. I was like, "Yes, I'm doing it." I was like, "I'm gonna get on a train." I was like, "I might be a little bit late, but I'm gonna be there." And it was just like a boxing thing, and it was sick.
Yeah, no, she does boxing and Muay Thai and all of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't really follow that Love Island kind of stuff.
Or do you?
To be fair, or do I?
Well, you know a lot about her.
Really?
Well,
That's what I'm saying.
when I was in a relationship, I might watch that season. That's it.
That's what they would say, man.
But yeah, I guess to get to a point where people are even recommending you for things like that, you would have had to do a lot of building.
100%.
Right now,
100%.
if you could tell the people how many followers you have at this point.
I mean, on my photography, 3.3.
On your photography, 3.3, and you've been building your own personal brand for how long?
For like ages now, like years.
So I was following her in university, so that was a long time ago.
That was like 5-6 years ago.
6 years ago.
Yeah. Mad.
So yeah. How did you build up your Instagram?
I actually don't even know. It kind of just happened.
Or why do you think people were gravitating towards your Instagram? Is the better
Both
question.
for mainly like fitness and photography. So like loads of people just message me for like presets and stuff. So like if they can buy my presets, or if I can help them edit stuff, or like workouts. Like what do I do? Like, you know, the typical girl thing to gain a booty.
Yeah. I need to gain a booty.
Yeah, just like
there's
stuff
too
like
many
that.
of those influencers out there. I'm sick of it. Are you sick
right
of it?
now it's am I sick of what?
All of the booty influencers.
Yes, there's so
Talk
many
about
out
it.
there. There's so many out there. Honestly,
Tell the people how much you hate
It's so
it.
annoying. It's so annoying because when I'm at the gym, I was like, I speak to girls, right? And then they're just like, yeah, all I do is bum workouts. And I'm just like, what about the rest of your upper body and stuff? You need to work on your upper body in order to get like other parts like your legs and stuff. And they're just like, yeah, we don't work out legs and stuff, we just work out a bum. And I'm like, how is that going to help you? And it really annoys me because they look at people online and they're just like, yeah, these lot just do bum, so I should.
That's just like us just doing biceps.
Yeah,
Let's
that's
just do
what I'm saying,
biceps,
bro.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Fuck it. From now on, I'm only doing biceps. Do you know what I mean? How stupid would that look as well?
Yeah, the proportions would be
Oh,
different,
it's like the
yeah.
guys who don't train their legs.
Yeah.
That's what it's like.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I hear a lot of that as well.
What?
Guys are just like, I don't want to train my lower body because that's a girl thing. You need to train your whole
I think you
body.
just kind of take on things that make your agenda seem viable. innit?
Yeah.
So it's like,
exactly.
I am going to say that I don't like training legs. That's a bitch thing to do.
Yeah.
When in reality, it's like, I am a pussy when it comes to leg workouts. And every time I've done a leg workout, it hurts like hell for 3 days. And I don't want a 3-day recovery. I'm not speaking from experience. I'm just, but do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's where it is. So fitness, when did you start posting about fitness and all of that?
Like fitness back
These
in
questions
like...
are getting a little bit repetitive.
No.
Yeah. It's like...
So when did you do actually? Okay.
In like 2015, I think. I just worked out from home. Like my sister lost a lot of weight, so I was just like, okay, I kind of want to do what she does. So I started doing what she done, and then I started losing weight, even though I've been like quite slim.
Yeah.
And I just started losing weight, and I was just like, I was eating like just eggs, just like 3 eggs a day, like for lunch, and that's it, with a few tomatoes.
And that's
like that's it.
With just one meal, just 3 eggs.
Yeah.
It sounds a bit dead.
Yeah, literally.
No sauce.
No.
No sauce to plug. Shout out to you. But no sauce.
No.
Fucking hell. I can't live this life that she's talking about.
Bro, that sounds like some prison food.
Back then it was definitely. It was. I don't even know how I hacked it, but I just had to do that every day.
What? So you were just motivated as hell because your sister's looking good? You're like,
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah, literally. I was like, we have equipment. Let me do it.
Yeah.
I was like, if she gets those results, I need those results.
Yeah, exactly. Because then they're gonna be like, "Who's?" You know what I mean? Like, we don't want to do that. We don't want to do that.
And then gym literally just started like 3 years ago, just like fully, and then just been training since.
Yeah. So people just followed you. People just gravitated towards you.
Yeah. Just like from transformations and stuff like that.
Okay. So we do, both of us on our Instagrams, we do a lot of motivational stuff on our Instagram too.
Yeah.
Do you feel like people go to your page for that reason as well?
Yeah, loads of people. So I do like motivational quotes. Like I re-share like motivational quotes every morning. So people are just like, keep doing this. Like it really motivates me to like do a certain thing. Like let's say a quote says like, I don't know, like say hi to someone, just like smile at someone, something like that. They get
yeah,
motivated.
yours are really simple. Yours are not really motivational.
Oh wow,
guru-y
thanks.
kind of.
Oh, it just.
I'm saying that's better.
Oh, okay.
Let me like lead up to it. You know what? I'm not gonna compliment you.
Listen, try to get ready to walk out.
No, just buy a hoodie. That's it. Just buy a hoodie. Oh man, but yeah, no, you do like, you know, give someone something that they don't have, or stuff like that, where it's like you can apply it to life, right?
Yeah.
But it's not like this flowery motivational stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
I like to help people. I try to help people. I just want to keep my page like motivated, like just motivate people, and just feel like fitness photography. Like I even like help people with photography. They come to me like, oh, can you help me? Like I want to become a photographer, for example. And I'm just like, I'll try and do like workshops. I want to start doing workshops for people.
Okay.
And make it. I don't know. I just like,
No, but you're like, okay, because I've gotten so much out of this industry, I want to give back,
exactly.
right?
Yeah.
Because people are following my page and they're clearly demotivated. I'm gonna motivate them, because the majority of people who would probably be active on Instagram, probably people who are demotivated.
100%.
So because of that, do you feel like motivational quotes in general is more of a thing that keeps people happy for the time that they're reading it and like the hour afterwards, and then they don't act?
Literally, people just read quotes and they're just like, okay, this is a good quote. They don't really work upon it. They don't really say, okay, I'm gonna put this into my everyday life. That's why I feel like most motivational quotes out there, nobody really reads. Nobody really like does anything towards it. They're just like, oh, it's a nice quote, let me reshare it.
And no one's willing to read a caption anymore, right?
Exactly.
Because it's all fast now. Because of TikTok, it's ruined all of that shit. No one reads my beautiful captions.
They spend hours and hours on.
Exactly. No one does that shit. But I very much feel that motivational quotes only give you a burst of endorphins, which it actually does, right? It makes you feel good for a limited amount of time, and then if you don't act after that time, you still feel like you've done something in the day. Now, obviously, as someone who puts out quotes of motivation and poetry and all of this stuff, I think there's a place for it. And I guess what you're trying to do is you're not trying to add to all of the bullshit that's already on there, right? And that's why you do all of the things that you're doing. That's why you help photographers out there. That's why you only put that's why you put your fitness stuff out there. That's why you try and portray yourself as, I guess, in a positive light. At all times.
Exactly.
But obviously you get tired, right?
I mean,
so I think maybe you should talk about that a little bit. Because clearly, you're putting all of this good energy out there. But do you ever like look at a post or look at a comment and you're like, what the fuck is this? Like, I'm not, like, you don't deserve to have this interaction with me kind of thing. I know that's very that might be a bit too far. But you're like, okay, you don't know me, you haven't like, you know, you don't know me enough, how could I trust you kind of thing to do this, whatever it is.
I don't get what you're trying to say, sorry.
Neither do I. I'm trying to like, I'm trying to get to a place. I don't know.
There's a lot of things that you just said there.
Yeah, you just said about
I think I'm waffling.
You're waffling?
You put all of this positive shit out there. But why don't you say, okay, guys, today I'm tired, but we move? All that kind of stuff that you tell us.
I don't think that's what people want to hear. Although I keep it like really
that's
raw
what I was
on
going
my,
to hear.
I keep it really raw on my page, but I don't think that's what people want to hear.
Yeah.
Because then I just feel like that gravitates attention. And then like, oh, why do you feel like this? Then I just get DMs like, why do you feel like this?
And like, oh, are you okay? That kind of thing. So I think I saw a post from you at some point in time, and it was like, I'm not feeling great today, or something very small. Like, it wasn't even like you were complaining or anything like that, but it was like something so tiny, and you got loads of messages and all of that shit. And I was looking at it from your perspective when you got that, and I was like, she probably is like, I'm never doing that shit ever again. Like, why are people so concerned about my well-being? You know?
Like, I don't want to create that attention. I hate attention. But like, when I post something out and like, let's say I'm like not feeling great or something, like today I burnt my finger, so I was just asking for people like what to do, like, because it burns when you burn your finger.
But if you put that up, guys about my finger. They'll be like, "Oh, you okay?"
Yeah, but I just
then you get the
literally
DM slides as well.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like, oh, yo, listen, I can take care of your finger right now. You know.
But like, I just do that. Just like, if people can help, like just. Like just raw, like I need help, so I'm just asking for help. I don't do it like, oh my god, I burnt myself, like someone help me, someone like give me attention. I hate that. I feel like I see that a lot on Instagram. Like you guys must see it as well.
Yeah. But like, yeah, so there's people who like ask for attention because they're not getting enough of it. And then there's people who are like you who can't be fully real because they'll get this bullshit that comes with it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I think girls to a greater extent can't be real. Like I could probably be real and not get all of this like, you know, mushy shit because I'm a guy, innit? You know what I mean? Whereas you will get it.
Exactly.
Right? You could be real for a week and I don't know how you'll be able to cope with your phone after that.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
I hate DMs in general.
Yeah, so do you ever get annoyed at Instagram for being that kind of platform, or do you just kind of realize that, okay, this is just a highlight reel? If you don't see it as a highlight reel, you're an idiot, basically.
Yeah. Well, I mean, everyone sees like my stories and stuff just as like my day-to-day life, so I literally post everything.
Yeah, so
as I'm doing. Yeah. But like, it does get draining just doing it.
Yeah.
Because like it's like your whole day, and if you don't post them, then it looks like you're not doing anything.
Yeah.
It's
so
like fake. Like Instagram is fake.
Yeah.
Like you're never gonna say to people like, oh my god, I've been crying for hours and hours.
Yeah.
Or I've been like so happy. Like, you'll post like happy stuff, like, oh my god, I went to this concert or something. You won't post like, oh yeah, I'm just sitting with a box of ice cream and just like moping. Like you won't post that.
Yeah. I mean, I wish that if we were able to speak about more negatives generally, then people would probably gain way more for it, and they would probably be more proactive in their lives. But because there is all of this highlight reel stuff, there is a huge spike and then a huge drop, because you feel great with the validation that you got online, and then offline you don't get as much validation, and it doesn't meet. So you'll never meet expectations. And I was watching a podcast with Stephen Bartlett, and in that podcast, it's a simple equation for happiness, right? It's if you meet or exceed your expectations. That makes you happy. And we're never going to do that if we look at Instagram as anything else but a highlight reel. And that's why we started the podcast, I guess, in a weird way, because we weren't able to talk about negatives to some extent, because as guys who don't have that much following, if we did that, it would look homosexual.
I get what you mean.
It would look gay. Can I say that? I can't. So I'm going to bleep it out, and I'm going to say it would look flowery. Now, you had some questions from the people, right?
Yeah, quite a few. They're mainly just photography based though.
Yeah, we could do some photography questions.
Okay.
Do you have anything to add?
To this
discussion?
I mean
about meeting expectation? Which is what we were speaking about.
I mean,
put him on the spot.
Literally,
I put both of you on the spot for the last 20 minutes. You know, I was going crazy.
Bro, I don't know what you were doing.
I had a script in my head, alright?
Yeah.
And I needed to play it out.
Did it go to plan?
Yeah. You know, I lost my train of thought. Like,
bro, I'm trying to take in what you're saying, and I'm just like, what's going on? I'm like, but yeah, I mean, Instagram, TikTok.
So yeah, how do you view it?
How do I view it?
Yeah, so your Instagram, you know how you're kind of low key on it, and you've been off it for several months on end, right?
Yeah.
At some points, why would someone do something like that?
I mean, for me, I needed to detach for a minute and just kind of think, kind of just clear my thoughts, think about what am I trying to do, where am I trying to go, and then yeah, I mean, when I do come back, I'll be more
on your main page, obviously.
Yeah, on my main page.
Is active.
Obviously, come on. But yeah, when I come back on my main page, it'll be more. I'll be ready, but like. I mean.
He said this like 4 or 5 times. But yeah.
You will be ready this time.
I'll be ready. Yeah, I'll be ready this time. But yeah. But
you think it's too much noise for you? I think.
It can, innit? That's the thing. Like, especially when you go on there, everyone's always there's always something, like every other week, something where people are like just outraged about, like and it's just
Yeah,
chaos.
like the Ukraine thing, or
Yeah.
like Black Lives Matter, or like whatever the trending topic is at the time, or fuel prices, or all of this shit, right?
Yeah, and it just everything
You
just
flock
clashes
to
with
one
it.
area.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Just for like certain topics, and that's
Yeah,
it.
yeah. And it's just
Yeah.
like sometimes you just need to take a step back and just
Yeah.
just drown out the noise. Or
Yeah, because you already have all of these strategies in your head surrounding your passion, and if you give your energy to anything else, that's productivity you're losing.
yeah.
And I think that's your main thing, isn't it? It's like I need to build my beat page so that I can do the next thing, and then the next thing, and then the next thing. And every time you get caught up in that bubble, because that's what happens, right? You get caught up in it, and you've been watching it for like an hour, 2 hours, or you've been scrolling on TikTok for an hour, 2 hours, and then you reflect on it and you're like, yeah, I can't do this anymore, I need to delete the app.
You don't use TikTok?
Yeah, I don't use TikTok. I've never actually used
so
it.
Good.
Yeah, everyone's always like, oh, why don't you use TikTok, bro? Oh, bro, you
Nah.
need to come on TikTok. I'm like, listen, man,
You don't. Trust me, you
innit?
don't.
Yeah, you don't, man.
Yeah, funny you say that. You're the one that was telling me, innit? You're literally like, come on, man.
Listen. I see the engagement you can get from it, bro. I'm just like, yo, I'm trying to help my friend right now, you know.
You can, but don't go on it.
Yeah, that's the thing, innit?
Yeah,
If I was to,
draining.
It's not worth it.
yeah, it's
You know?
one of those things. If I was to, it would only be for
Your beat
Big-
thing,
yeah,
and you'd only
business,
do
innit?
15-second reels, right?
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. No, but you have detached a lot, and that's what I would advise to people who feel like they can't gather their thoughts, because you probably can't if you think that you can't gather your thoughts, right? So yeah, take some time for yourself. Yeah, questions. Tangents. We love them.
Where do you find the energy?
Yeah, where do you find the energy?
I don't know.
People
it just
think you're a
comes to me.
superhuman.
I know. I do like 4 shoots in a day on weekends sometimes. I don't know how I do it. Like I get drained. Like don't get me wrong, but I love it.
I feel like that was a little, you know. I don't know how I do it, but I just
don't
do
know.
it.
I just do it, innit? Come on, I'm blessed.
4, give me 5, bro.
No, seriously, don't.
And you train it everywhere as well, innit?
I what?
You take the train everywhere.
Yeah,
don't
yeah. I
you?
take the tube. Yeah, it's so draining. Taking the tube is so draining, but it's
Yeah.
so much more cheaper than having a car.
Yeah,
Don't get me
yeah,
wrong.
in
Defo,
London,
defo.
definitely. All
I
that
wish I didn't
congestion.
have a car until like this year only.
Yeah,
Because
nah,
it's the
I'm
only
not
time
gonna
I
lie.
haven't worked in the city, but I still had a car. Why? You know?
Fuel
Anything.
prices have gone up as well.
Literally everything's gone up.
Literally.
That's the topic in itself. Inflation is killing our people.
Exactly.
Not Stardog anymore. Inflation. Well, stop. Anyways.
Why can't penguins tell the difference between a male and female penguin?
Yeah, that was sick.
What
Keep
kind
it.
of- yeah, what
Give
kind
me
of-
another one like that, please. You know I'm trying to help people. Self-development.
Yeah,
Now, what was the question? Let's answer it.
That was the question.
Yeah, why can't penguins tell the difference between...
Male and female penguins.
They can. Yeah, they would.
They probably can. I think it's to do with the feathers. Something.
I said the feathers.
Probably. Yeah, penguins have feathers.
Yeah.
And different feathers. You know what, yeah? You belittle my point again.
Listen,
Alright,
man.
cool. What's the next? This is your questions, by the way.
Yeah.
We told her to do this. She didn't want to do it herself. We had to force her to do it. Alright, cool.
Who takes your pictures? Do you have a personal photographer? So yeah, I do have some like family, friends taking pictures. Sometimes I get my mum to take a picture, then she just gets annoyed because I just like take from this angle, this angle. But then other than that, like friends, I kind of like train them up to try and take pictures like I want them. Which sounds really mean, but I'm really specific.
No. My ex used to do the same thing. Bro. Like
Bro, I'm not
at
gonna
least
lie,
50. At least 50
I'm not gonna
pictures.
lie, man. You can't take pictures for shit, man.
I know, because I don't care. I want to get on with my day. Don't ask me to take pictures. I went to Madeira, right?
Yeah.
And like, okay, bless her heart, yeah. She really did do nice photo shoots for me, innit?
Yeah. See?
I don't know if you've seen the Madeira pictures that I put
I
up.
don't think so.
But yeah, they're nice pictures, innit?
Yeah.
But the pictures I took for her, bro, I can't lie, she was upset the whole day. And when we were in Madeira, and it was my birthday, so I had to make it up to her before that night. But yeah, I don't like taking pictures.
Right, and even the
I'll do better.
even the stills you do.
I
for some of
will.
those-
I'll do better.
Some of those Killy Instagram videos. the
I will
stills,
improve.
He does people dirty, right?
Self-improvement.
Basically, when he's trying
That's what we do here.
Nah, this,
We self-improve.
some of the stills I've seen, the cover photos for some of the videos,
Yeah.
it's literally the person going like,
Oh, you know what?
Oh,
You know
I
why
saw
he's
the
saying
one from
that?
yesterday.
yeah, oh,
The one
fuming.
from yesterday. I was like, does he not want to change that?
Innit? I was like,
No, I don't. Because we are real. Okay? And
You
Instagram
catch
is
people
real.
slipping.
Okay.
fam.
Bro. Okay, he can't even speak because he's about to use mad. Oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. There are some bad pictures of me that he's taken on purpose. And he sends it to me to taunt me on a monthly
Innit? Come on,
basis.
that's my
Every
ammunition. That's
Every
my
month.
ammunition.
Every month.
Post them on socials.
Innit? Come on,
We
come
will.
on.
We'll probably will.
Do I do collabs?
No, she doesn't.
I
She doesn't do any collabs.
There you go. I do sometimes.
No, you don't. What is this right now? Not a collab.
Yeah.
Thank you. Alright, so yeah. No, but you collaborate with a lot of photographers and stuff like that.
No, not really. Loads of people ask to collab and stuff, but I'm just like, they want to do like fashion shoots, just like
Yeah.
that. But then I'm just like, I don't have the time for it. And if I get
Yeah,
something
man.
in between, then I'd rather take something that's paid. No offense to like anyone.
No, of course,
Yeah,
of course,
yeah.
yeah.
You're not in the shot. There
Alright.
we go. You're just
Do
relaxing.
you
like
do
that.
any like do you let people shadow you?
No, because loads of people ask, and I feel really bad not taking on another person, and then obviously taking on one person. I just
Yeah.
feel really bad just not being able to take everyone. Really.
It could be a cool like paid service, right? Where you just
Yeah.
like charge people like £15 just to
Yeah,
follow you
yeah,
around
yeah.
for the day.
That would be fun.
And then teach them as well.
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah,
give them tips
100%.
and then like show them
Yeah.
how to edit and stuff like that. Could be a
I mean,
cool little
I
thing.
should try that. I'm actually trying to look for like a team, but every photographer, no offense, but like some of the photographers that I've worked with, they've just given me like shit results, and I can't. It's really hard for me to trust photographers, because if I'm giving them my jobs, it's like a reputation on my name.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
Exactly. Start
If
reflecting
they
on you.
if they don't give like
And you've
the
been a
best
control
one.
freak for so long, right? So
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
I'm giving all that power to someone else. It's
Exactly,
like,
yeah.
Yeah.
And then people are just like, oh, we can take the workload off you, we can edit, and I'm just like, I have a specific way of editing, so I kind of want to do everything myself, but I'm only one person,
yeah.
so it's hard.
Yeah, there's gonna be a point where you're gonna have to switch over
Yeah,
anyways,
yeah,
right?
exactly.
So you're trying to build up for that.
Exactly.
Yeah. If you're a photographer, just saying.
If you're a good photographer,
Oh yeah, you can't be shit though, obviously.
innit?
No one who watches our podcast is shit. Clearly.
Biggest hurdle you face when pursuing photography? How did you overcome it? Biggest hurdle? I think it's just negativity, like we were speaking about at the front.
That's
You're
some,
like,
that's
what did
no,
you know
that's
there?
someone. Yeah, I am 5 minutes.
Yeah, look at it.
There's someone
Look
who
at it.
asked the question and they're like, yeah, that will sound good on a podcast. Like when I asked the
Yeah.
question. Like, that's the whole premise of
That's
the.
my cousin. Shout out to my cousin.
Shout out to you, shout out to you. I'm drawing people out and I don't even know who they are and I'm allowing it to happen.
Shout out to everyone in my life. Is Tobi single? Asking for a friend. Tobi's my dog. He's like my friend of joy.
Yeah.
He is single. He doesn't go out the house as often. But yeah,
Jeez, might have to set Toby up, you know.
literally.
We'll make that our next video.
Innit?
Now we're really
Bring
trying to
him
search
as a
for
special
clout.
guest.
You know what I mean?
Talk about your favorite proposal that you've shot. I've
Oh,
seen
yeah,
a
you
lot
do
of
bare
proposals.
proposals.
Yeah.
What the fuck? I see it every week, bro.
Yeah.
I'm like, I really don't want to get married now. I follow her just to be like, nah, I'm not getting married.
Wait. So you mean when the person's going to propose,
Yeah.
you're following them in the camera?
Yeah, literally.
Oh,
So like they have a
shit.
huge setup and stuff. So I work
It's
with
sick,
the
though. It
proposal
looks
company.
amazing.
Shout out to them as well. So I do a lot of proposals for them, and it's literally just like mad. They have like the marry me signs, like loads of rose petals and stuff. It like looks insane.
Right, it is.
Yeah.
Have you ever had someone
Said
do
no.
that? Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone asked me that. I've had one. This was like at the beginning of last year. The girl came. He just basically done it. You know the Sky roof garden in Canary Wharf?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he done it there, and he was just like, I'm just gonna put like a few flower petals and a balloon. She came and she was just like, is this it? He was on one knee and she was like, is this it? And I was like, oh my god, I don't even know what to do in this situation. I was like, do I continue taking photos? What do I do?
They'll still get paid for this?
I mean,
Yeah, I didn't get paid for that job in
You
the
didn't?
end. No, he just...
You should have
he
done
just
though.
fucked off. But he didn't pay me.
You should have got paid for
Yeah, you
that.
should have got
Yeah,
paid,
I
like,
know.
regardless
That's
of what
crazy.
happens in it. Like,
Literally.
he hired you out for that.
He paid me the deposit.
From now on,
I
there's a
always
deposit. Yeah, yeah.
ask- Yeah, I always
Oh, there's
ask
always
for
a deposit.
deposit.
Alright, that's cool.
But then he starts messaging me after saying, my girl's looking for the pictures, and I'm just like, pay me the rest of the money then. He made
Why
me
is she
wait
looking for
outside
the
for
pictures?
5
She said
hours.
no. What's
He made
going
me wait
on?
outside in the cold for 5 hours for him because he was stuck in traffic.
For 5 hours?
Yes. For 5 hours, and I was stupid enough to wait there.
Okay, that's mad. How much was he
Yeah.
paying you? Ballpark, don't say what it... Well, admit this from the podcast. This won't be in...
So he still owes me. Not too bad, but like...
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, money's
yeah.
still money. That's
You know.
what I'm saying.
That's more than people's daily wages,
Exactly,
you know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah, exactly.
I had... wait, carry on. Do another
No,
question.
no, go on.
I forgot my question. That's why I said...
The question's literally going to be something you've asked.
No, it's
previously.
not. No, it's not. No, it wasn't good. It was going to be, yeah. How did you get your first clients?
Working for family, so like families, like my cousin's cousin, for example. Like, I'm not related to them because that's on her mum's side of the family.
Mhm.
So I was just like, she was like, they're looking for a 40th birthday photographer. Do you want to do it? I was like, yeah, sure. And then she was like, it's not going to be paid. I was like, okay, if I must, then I must. Then
Because it was
I
like a
started
portfolio
there.
kind of...
Yeah. So I started off with events. I never started off with fashion. I didn't really think I wanted to do fashion, to be fair. So kind of university kind of taught me to like do fashion. That's what I learned mostly in uni, fashion.
Yeah, and that's kind of all they speak about in unis, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because from what I remember, it was only fashion that was regarded as this, and then everything else was below it.
Fashion and product. That product.
Fashion and product, yeah.
Product is so hard. I hate doing product. I do it though, but I hate it. It takes so long.
Yeah.
It takes so long, especially glass. I don't think people understand how much it takes to photograph glass.
Yeah, I can imagine actually.
Yeah,
reflecting off and stuff.
Yeah. Not get your reflection in there.
Yeah, it's mad. Oh, don't try it, guys. If you ever want to be a photographer, don't try it. Achievements in the next 5 years.
This is not a manifesting podcast. We don't do that here. No, carry on.
I don't know. I kind of just want to build a team, just like to work with me.
You see, that was a good one, isn't it? That was the thing that she knows she has to do anyways. So that's what I'm going to say is my next achievement.
Exactly. Yeah.
She doesn't want to like shoot herself in the foot. That's a good answer.
No, but seriously, that's literally
No,
it.
but yeah. Alright, listen. It's been a good podcast, guys.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to say?
Not
There was
really.
probably more stuff that I wanted to say, but that's not a surprise. So, does anyone have anything else to say?
No, just thank you guys for having me. Really.
You're welcome, man. It's been, I've kind of known you for a while, so this is
Yeah. Like we've
This is
both
cool.
seen each other's journeys in a sense.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, you don't post as much, but yeah.
Hey, I'm posting now.
But yeah, now you.
Yo, I'm posting like a
Listen, man,
madman.
he's
I want to
going mad.
stop. I
He's
don't
going
want to post
mad.
anymore.
I see you're tagging everyone in all the posts. And
Bro,
like,
everyone's
listen,
getting tagged.
I'll tell you, I had to tell him to slow down at one point. I'm like, bro.
He literally told me like, yo, you
social
gotta
media
stop
hype.
this shit. Yeah, no, because obviously you have to build it organically, and I don't have a budget like I would in a company. It's
100%.
different. But yeah, we'll see how it progresses from here. Socials? Do we do that still in podcast? Yeah.
Socials, man.
Shivi_OX and Shivani Photography.
There you go. Gang. And if you want to do a photo shoot, go message her.
Yeah.
Alright? Forgot one thing. We forgot one thing. Alright, we needed to interrogate her. We've been asked to do this several times. Wait, let me start that again. Why are you so obsessed with Maluma?
How can you not be?
Who is Maluma for the
See,
people
like
who don't know who Maluma is?
like someone like me.
You don't know Maluma?
No.
That actually hurts my heart.
Why?
Who's that?
Why? Who is he?
Maluma is like he's a singer.
No, but who
He's
is he?
like a Colombian singer.
No one knows who he
Colombian
is.
singer.
He's a Colombian singer. That's
No,
all you
but
need to
no
know.
one knows who he is.
Loads of people know.
Look, you're trying to convince me that he's a person who I should know,
You should know.
but I shouldn't, because I don't know who he is. Do you speak Spanish?
I don't speak
Okay, what the
Spanish.
fuck's going on?
I went to his concert last week. I didn't know a word he was saying, but I knew every single lyric. Listen here, I'm dedicated.
But how long have you?
I followed him when he was at like 2K followers. This was like back when I was in school.
Oh, you're one of those people.
Yeah.
So like the people who come on our podcast and say, "Oh yeah, we've been following you since 5 followers."
Yes,
It's
and
like
if
those
he,
kind of people.
I doubt he's gonna look at this. But
You
if
get
he
that
looks at
one
this,
girl, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
One girl just comments on everything.
I don't do that. Don't worry, I don't do that. I promise I don't do that. I'm not that much of a psycho.
No, but it is funny because it's become like a running theme on your Instagram, and like everyone knows it.
Yeah. Everyone knows me for Maluma. Like people don't know Maluma, but they know Maluma because of me. Just because I post about him so much. Because I'm
So
obsessed
you
with him.
think that it's your fault that he's gained the popularity?
Yes.
You
That's
take the
exactly
blame
what
for
I
his
got.
shit.
For his shit?
For all of his shit.
What has he done?
Not what? I mean like all of his success.
Oh yeah.
I said blame like a negative.
Yeah.
He was like, oh, it's negative, and I was like, oh shit.
Listen, man, if you
We're having fun in this podcast, no?
if you got an award, I can imagine if you got an award or something, you know how people are like, oh, I'd like to thank this person.
Yeah.
You'll be like, I'd like to blame this person.
That's definitely this guy.
Bro.
I would take the blame though for the achievement, right?
But yeah,
But who is Maluma like?
he's a Colombian singer. Like,
No, but we
he's-
still don't
In
understand.
it?
Like, does he
Listen
rap?
to him.
Does he rap? Does he sing?
He doesn't rap, but he just sings.
Why would I want to follow him?
Because I'm obsessed with him. I'm joking.
Where does that translate?
I
I want
don't
you
know
to
why
try
you
and
would
convince
wanna-
me.
I don't know how to convince you. His music is just good. Like,
Maybe
do you
I'm
like-
gay.
Do you guys listen to?
Maybe I'm gay.
Maybe.
Maybe you can convince me that way. Go on.
Maybe.
Go do it.
He's fit. He's
Oh.
fit.
Oh, okay, carry on. Let me. I'm playing devil's advocate. You wanted to play devil's advocate. We're playing devil's advocate.
I said play devil's advocate, not come out the closet, man.
Alright, let's stay back in. Let's go back in the closet, lads.
Let me show you Maluma. You're trying to tell me he's not good looking.
He's a good looking guy, man.
See, thank you. So I follow him.
Why are you saying thank you?
Don't know.
Like he's your son or something. He's such a handsome boy.
I'm trying to sell him so much right now. But yeah, he just does like Colombian music. Like he's a Colombian singer, Spanish music. He's recently been in a movie with J-Lo. And J-Lo
That's
is
pretty
buff
cool.
as well. Yeah.
Yellow though.
Yeah. She
Yeah.
is.
That's second though.
She is.
Yeah,
Got that?
yeah, I've
Yeah.
heard that. Yeah.
So he's not coming out. But yeah, no, that's it. We just wanted to put this little segment in for bands.
Follow Maluma.
Don't do that.
Do it.
Don't waste your time.
Can you vouch for me?
Listen, I'm just a spectator here, innit?
You've been talking the most in this episode, man. You won't shut up. If anything, you need to talk more. Don't talk less. Fuck. Take care and peace.
Peace.